this almond creamer for the past like month, and then I put cinnamon in with it. It's really good. Out of breath. Yes, guys, I'm still alive. I'm doing much better than what I was. I'm still on 2 inhalers. I was extremely severely sick for about 2.5 weeks. I personally, that's right, Titus. I personally think that it was pneumonia. I've had pneumonia quite a few times in my life. I almost died from it in 3rd grade, and my red flags were, Titus wants to be on camera as usual, but my red flags for this was my armpits hurt really bad, my ribs hurt really bad, and it felt like glass in my chest when I coughed. And to me, that signals pneumonia, because that's what pneumonia felt like throughout the years for me. I'm out of breath. When I get up and walk around still, it's like week 3 now. I am super out of breath. I'll probably have to go upstairs and use my inhaler. But we gotta go upstairs anyway because I went to a webinar yesterday and I wanted to share my notes with you guys. So let's go upstairs. Please excuse my bedroom. It's pretty messy, or what I would consider messy. I just haven't had the strength. It is clean though. The sheets are nice and washed and everything's clean and washed. It's kind of unorganized right now. I just didn't have the strength to do everything. All right, I'm just getting settled in. I got my heating pad on. I'm gonna take a few sips of coffee, because coffee is life. I took my painkiller. I've been doing a lot better with pain, which is really nice because, as you know, October hit and then I went into that really horrible severe flare-up, and it pretty much lasted until my Procaine infusion like a month and a half ago now. But after that Procaine infusion, things seemed to settle down quite a bit. So I'm really grateful that I was able to get that done, and that I have a hardworking husband who provides for our family and keeps a roof over our head and food on the table and keeps my Procaine and my medical treatments going. Titus says hello. He does this every single time I vlog. Every single time. Titus, come on, buddy. Come on. Let me go get him. Okay, well, come on. You can be in this vlog too. Come here. For those of you who do not know, this is my cat Titus. He's in a lot of my vlogs. Oh, buddy. He demands attention, but that's okay because he deserves it. Look how cute he is. He's adorable. Okay. And Daniela, if you're watching this episode, he steals my blanket every single day. The one that you sent. It's right here. And he steals it. I don't even think it's mine anymore. Okay. So this webinar was all about breaking barriers in the workplace and basically inclusion and ableism and all the things that my book is actually about. So it was quite interesting to see what other people had to say, and the speakers were phenomenal, and I need to thank Better Mobility's Lab for hosting this and putting this all together. They do an excellent job with all of these webinars and conferences and such. So if you are in Calgary and you haven't been to one yet, I highly suggest following the Better Mobility Lab on Instagram. They're amazing. I'm sure they have other platforms too, but that's just where I follow them. I have on my notes Center for Spinal Cord Research, ICORD, ICORD, helped build a ramp that goes up 3 floors, which is amazing. We need more of that here in Calgary. The Mobility Research Lab, ergonomic research. They make things that are very accessible, and they also have a physical activity research center, which I thought was really neat because literally everything in that building is like extremely accessible. So there was a doctor that spoke about all of this. Her name was Dr. Bonita Swatsky, and she published over 160 papers about biomechanics. And she was really neat. She said she was born with club feet. She wore braces, and then she eventually had surgery. And she competed in cycling. She traveled. She just seemed like a very active person and very intelligent. And then she had a car crash, and she got her PhD in engineering, computer science, and orthopedics. And I thought that was just absolutely amazing. What else do I have here? Disability as an identity. Disability is the largest minority group that anyone can become a part of at any time. This means folks bring their other identities with them. I thought that was important to mention. 27% of Canadians live with a disability. Nova Scotia has the highest rate of those with disabilities, with New Brunswick and then PEI being the second and third. And if you guys have not seen this, check out the social model of disability on YouTube. It is a UK video, but it is absolutely excellent. And I'll put a link for that in the description box below as well. I need to blow my nose. I'm not gonna do this on camera. I'll be right back. Peace out. Yes, I'm still sick, guys. It's 3 weeks out and I'm still sick. Not as sick, not nearly as sick as what I was. Like, I had every symptom ever for being sick when I was sick. Like, you name it, I had it times 1,000. It was that bad. It was horrible. Another speaker who spoke was Dr. Victoria Fast. She spoke about accessibility and what it means to break barriers. She mapped 353 washrooms on campus. She also had surveys on the washrooms. She showed a sample of performative Braille with screenshots of Braille that were printed out but not usable. And I thought that that was really interesting because I've never heard of the word performative before like the webinar, so it was really interesting. But I know I've seen it quite a few times. I just didn't understand like what the definition for something like that was, so it was nice to get educated on that. And she talked about how daytime is a lot different than nighttime and how people can get a lot more confused at night. Even though everything is still in the same place, nighttime is a lot different. And so, yeah, that was really neat. She talked about putting more benches in places where people can rest. And then a lot of people online also mentioned, well, what about the people who have pots? Which I don't know if you're watching this. Thank you so much for bringing that up, because they mentioned how we need little lay down and like little nap areas. So that would be really nice to see all throughout Calgary, especially as you guys know, I advocate for the people in Calgary. I wish that I saw this all across Canada, but that would be really hard to advocate for all of the provinces. So just my focus is on Calgary because I live here. So the next speaker was Dr. Matthew Christian, and he spoke about what is ableism. He is a high school principal, very straightforward, got to the point, which I really appreciated. He does not beat around the bush. He's very like straightforward. He talked about individuality. Students will not get a full-time aid to help them in schools in Alberta. He kind of made that a point to where I wrote it down. That to me is really sad that people who have disabilities won't get a full-time aid in schools in Alberta. maybe we could work on that a little bit more, and we can talk about, push the government to hire more full-time aides for students, because that is definitely a reason for students not to go to colleges, and it's definitely quite the barrier if you don't have an aide to help you with stuff. 96,000 people in Alberta identify as having disabilities. 96,000. We need more awareness, we need more education, we need more people who work in the healthcare field and as aides to help support all of our people, because the more we support these people, the more productive and sustainable Alberta and our province is going to be, in our country. So everyone, hopefully there's healthy people watching this, because we need you guys. We need healthy people to also stand up and fight for our rights. The next speaker was Dr. Stephanie Shapir, DCL lawyer, Faculty of Law, Israeli Accelerator Professorship in Law, Disability Policy, University of Calgary. She said she's privileged as being a white woman and a full-time wheelchair user. She is privileged to be a full-time wheelchair user. For some reason, that really stuck with me, and I thought about, well, what's the difference between full-time wheelchair user and part-time? And then I thought, well, as a part-time wheelchair user, people can get pretty mean when they see me pushing my own wheelchair, when they see me getting up out of my wheelchair to look at a dress or something that's on the retail shelf, when they see me using my wheelchair and then stopping and then standing up, when they see me using my handicap sign, yet I'm walking out of my car. It's not that anything's harder than the other, it's just that it's different. She doesn't like radiologists very much because she had to go to court because of them. She was denied access to imaging, and so she took them to court. She won her court case, and she was my favorite speaker. She is absolutely amazing woman. She's the one who made me think the most, and I think she educated me the most about what I can do in my own life and how I can stand up for people. And yeah. Dr. Stephanie Shapir also talked about how to advocate for ourselves. She said, get involved in politics, in the college, and in the accommodation committees. And she also said that physicians are the gatekeepers. They are extremely powerful, and they should be pushing for every single person to get the disability programs and judge less. And I thought that was an amazing statement by someone, because it's true. The physicians hold a lot of power over people who are trying to get disability benefits. And if they're denying people, it's not like they're the overall judge in the end. They're just pushing for this person to get the accommodations and the assistance that they need to keep on surviving and pushing forward. And for a physician to deny someone of that is incredibly disrespectful towards that person who needs it. And yeah, I just really liked that she kind of mentioned they're the gatekeepers and they should be pushing for everyone to get accommodations and what they need. So that really stuck with me as well. And that's all of my notes. I have a lot more notes and I have all of the screenshots, but again, I don't want to show anything just in case I can get in trouble for it. So I will try and find the video for you guys. And I have to show you Titus because he's been way too freaking cute right now. I also wanted to show you guys my calendar. And if you noticed, Start Inclusive Community Resources series on YouTube. Let's talk about that. So I'm starting a new series on YouTube. as well as the car camping series, which is also new. I'm starting Inclusive Community Resources series, and basically my goal is to bring in all of the organizations, businesses, charities in Calgary who help people with disabilities and interview them in a series. So I have 4. 2 of them are already scheduled. 2 of them we need to choose a date to schedule, and they're going to talk about how their organization and how their business helps people with disabilities. And I'm super excited. The first person is actually a friend of mine, and she's Miss Calgary, if you know her. She is absolutely a beautiful person inside and out, and I am just honored to have her on my channel talking about what she does. And yeah, it's gonna be a really nice series, I think. Hopefully everyone who's watching this and lives in Calgary and has a disability will have more opportunities and options in their lives, and that is my goal, is to help you guys, basically. And while I'm talking about this, honestly, you guys, Titus, that's incredibly rude. Another dull moment. I still have the healthcare professionals interviews. It's not a series. Maybe I should make it a series, right? Going forward, the healthcare professional interviews that know about EDS and are not eligible and skilled about EDS. Hopefully I can bring more people about feeding tubes on the channel. That would be really, really nice, because we definitely need more feeding tube awareness. You thought EDS was bad. There is nothing for feeding tubes in Canada. It's crazy. I once had a nurse in the ER put my feet up, like put the entire bed to like a tilt. And I'm like, you can't do that with feeding tube patients, and it made me so sick and nauseous. It was awful. I yelled at her. I didn't cuss. I didn't do anything like that, but I definitely gave her a very strict speech about why she cannot do that with feeding tube patients. And she's like, oh, I didn't know you had a feeding tube. Well, did you read my chart? Like, anyway, that's a whole nother issue. But I've had to actually teach people while I was admitted in Foothills Hospital here in Calgary. I had to teach the staff how to use their own equipment. I haven't used it before, and I figured it out in 5 minutes. So if that gives you an idea of how much education we have about feeding tubes in Alberta, it's not very much. I've actually thought about going to different hospitals in Calgary and teaching them about feeding tubes and how to use their own equipment, but I'm just me, and I don't even know how I would do that, because I'm not really part of an organization. I'm part of SEPNA, so I'm wondering if they could just get a group of people to go and teach hospital staff all about feeding tubes. Maybe that might be something to bring up in the next meeting, because we really, really need it. Don't really have much else to say. My body's kind of crashing right now. I did take a T4 painkiller like an hour ago, so it's kind of at its height right now. I'm a little drugged, I'm not gonna lie, and I also need to eat a warheads. I'm running out of warheads, guys. I need, my light went out. That's a sign. That's a sign to go. I'll just do that for now. But anyway, I ran out of these suckers, so I'm gonna put them on my Amazon wish list. If you guys haven't checked it out yet, just check it out if you are able to. If you're not, I'm just really happy that you're here with us. I'm really appreciative for the community that we have, and yeah, thank you for being here. But I hope you guys have a ton of adventures planned. The car camping series starts next week. I can't believe it. I'm so excited. And I hope you have a great weekend. The next time I see you, we will be watching car camping and being out in the wilderness and the mountains. I hope you're doing well, and I hope you always remember that you are indeed incurably awesome. I'll see you next Tuesday at 5 p.m. Bye for now.